Every organization has its own legal department, but legal knowledge is scattered everywhere. Entity records in spreadsheets, executed contract in SharePoint libraries, signature status in different tracking lists, document types stored in reference lists, vendors and projects, they're all scattered in different sites and lists. Employees constantly ask the same questions. Where can I find the executed contracts? What does this acronym mean? What is the ENT number of this entity? What is the status of the document I have submitted? Who is responsible for reviewing this document? And the legal team spends hours every week answering repetitive operational questions instead of focusing on the actual legal work itself. This is where Legal Agent comes in. Legal Agent is a Copilot Studio agent grounded entirely in SharePoint knowledge. A set of employees searching across multiple sites, lists, libraries, they can just simply ask, where can I find the executed agreements with Microsoft? The agent retrieves information from SharePoint and responds with the direct document links. The legal agent doesn't just retrieve files, it understands the legal operations workflows. For example, if a user asks, what is the status of the Northwind Traders AMD contract? Legal agent understands that this is a signature workflow question, so it queries the signature request SharePoint list, interprets the status, and returns with a clear response with the link. If a user asks, what does SOW means? The legal agent retrieves the definition from the document type master list. SOW means statement of work. If a user asks, what is the ENT number for XOXO LLC? The agent retrieves the entity details from the entity master list. This solution works well because SharePoint already contains the organization's legal knowledge. SharePoint provides the document storage, metadata, list, security, versioning. Legal Agent simply activates that knowledge through AI. Instead of navigating multiple systems, users interact with one intelligent interface. Within seconds, users get answers that were previously required emails, Teams messages, or manual searches. Legal Agent transforms legal operations by reducing repetitive legal inquiries, improving access to legal knowledge, speeding up the document discovery, helping employees self-serve legal information, maintaining compliance with clear disclaimers. Instead of spending time answering operational questions, the legal team can focus on contract negotiations, risk management, regulatory strategies. Because this is with the help of using AI, the legal agent is designed to support legal operations without replacing legal counsel. Every response includes a disclaimer, ensuring users understand that the agent does not provide legal advice. Responses are informational only. Attorney-client privileges does not apply. It tells the user to verify the information that was given from this conversation with a direct link. This ensures the systems is used responsibly and safely within the organization. Legal Agent shows how SharePoint knowledge can evolve from static storage into intelligent legal assistant, combining SharePoint, Copilot Studio, structured legal data, and conversational AI. We turn legal knowledge into dynamic interactive experience. Legal Agent doesn't just retrieve documents, it helps organizations interact with their legal knowledge. All right, let's move on to the technical portion of this. I know I said I am using only SharePoint knowledge, but I didn't really enclose or say anything about how I have retrieved information from SharePoint. In the knowledge section, you can have PowerPoints, Word document, pretty much anything, right? So this is the document library. I put the knowledge source here for this document library because I'm using it as a fallback. Just in case my primary topic or tool does not work out for some reason, this is going to fall back into this knowledge. Another way I'm using knowledge is in topics, in the roles and responsibilities, I am using create generative answers using the PowerPoint. So just for example, we can ask, what is the role of a contract and commercial counsel? So this here is going down to this topic, The only reason that it knows that this question is tied to this topic is because of the trigger. And then we're passing on the question, which is what is the role of contract and commercial console? And then generative AI will look through that PowerPoint and read and find what it actually is. We can also ask a different type of question. Maybe do something like this. Who is responsible for creating this? Litigation counsel is responsible for creating litigation strategy. So we can ask multiple questions of this. Let's move on to different tools that I'm using. So for my case, I'm using different tools, but it is just Power Automate flows. So let's go through different examples here. We have the different Excel documents. We have the vendors list here. And then we also have the master entity list. Let's take a look at the entity search flow here. So we're looking at list all the rows presented in the table. And then we're creating a CSV table. This is going to be the different headers. It doesn't matter how many headers or how has the business have expanded the table. As long as it is in the same table, if they decided to expand a column or anything like that, this is going to automatically go through the process. Whatever header that it has in the Excel table, we are going to do it for each of those tables. We are going to filter if XOXO LLC is in it. So the first one, the filter array with no nulls, this is getting the current header. And if it's empty, we are going to filter it out. And then on the second one, we are actually lowering the value of that header and whatever we're searching. So essentially, we are doing a Control F in the Excel spreadsheet. So if we were to say XOXO LLC, it would find all of that, which is only one row. So that is what the flow is actually doing. And then we're going to put out all of the rows that matches this into the Copilot agent. Because in the Copilot agent, we really have specified what columns to specify. It doesn't really matter of what else it's coming in. Because in the tool, we already specified in the description, this is of how it's being triggered. So asking any questions related to the entity details or anything like this. And this is where you can really say for each item of the JSON output from the flow, return the item in a readable format. And there you have it. I hope this video is helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon to follow for more updates.